All right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Please invite your friends and share the link with all friends you have. Uh, Always we hear Muslims saying to us, especially the hypocrites ones, like the Nigerian generation of hypocrisy, when they speak to us, anything, anytime you mention something to them embarrassing or will get Islam busted, will say to you, we don't agree with Hadith. And I find it very, very stupid move from those who say that. The second you hear a Muslim saying, I don't agree with the Hadith, it's mean I don't agree with myself. No Muslim in the world have little dignity and say, I reject Hadith. And the one who have little dignity, he will play different game. He will say, I don't accept this Hadith. Another way, any Hadith is embarrassing. They say, we reject it. Everybody knows that the real Islam is that you cannot reject what it's called Sunnah, and Sunnah simply is what Muhammad he did and the practice, and he said. Uh, the fact if you reject the Sunnah, you became a kafir. And there is many, let us say, articles written about these issues, and it make it so clear that you cannot be a Muslim and you say I reject the Sunnah or the Hadith. It's the same you are saying you claim to be Christian, but you reject the Trinity in Christianity. The second you say I don't accept the Trinity, then you are no Christian. As simple as that. And actually, uh, Hadith in Islam is everything. Because for those who do not know, even the Quran itself is nothing but a collection of Hadith. Hadith means a speech. For those who do not know what Hadith means. As simple as that. And the Quran itself, you see, I chose this picture actually in front of me in the screen because this picture is like it's like the Quran in your hand. It's kind of a flight of thoughts. It's kind of puzzles, and every Muslim try to make it his own way. So you can fill up those spaces with any letters. Fill in the space, and sometimes the possibility it can be endless. It's just about how many words you know in your brain dictionary. The Muslims, when they try to understand their cult, after all the understanding, they come to the conclusion that nobody understands what Islam is about. No Muslim knows who is Allah. No Muslim knows what the Quran is saying. No Muslim can even dare to say, I can explain the Quran. This is why you see the Muslims, after they explain the Quran, they say Allah knows best. And none of those who explain the Quran claim that he explained the Quran. He will say, they call it in Arabic ijtihad, which means I am doing my best, but it's not necessarily to be true. All right, it's not necessarily to be true. We can find in the Quran many evidence, and this is actually what the Muslim scholars they use to prove that you cannot reject the Hadith. But the important is that lately we start noticing that Muslims saying that even Quran is weak or Quran is rejected. And even they start saying that the Quran today is not authentic in order to avoid problems in in this mad book. So now we have Muslims rejecting the Hadith, which was not really the case for hundreds of years. But now, because after we start exposing the stupidity of the Hadith, right away they jump to deny the Hadith and say we don't believe in them. Then we start exposing the stupidity of the Quran. So now generation of Muslims start saying I don't believe in this garbage, but Islam is the truth. So he don't believe in the Quran, but yet Islam is the truth. The Quran, which he have in his hand, is not the guidance to Islam no more. The Hadith is just a collection of stupid stories. So how you can be a Muslim, but you have no book, you have no prophet, you have no God? Because how you know your God if you believe that the Quran is a garbage book? And if you have the Hadith is corrupt, as you say, and you cannot trust the Hadith, so you don't believe in the Hadith, so what is left for you as a Muslim to believe or not to believe? How a Muslim can establish his belief? What will make you a Muslim if you have nothing left in your hand? If we go in the Quran, we will find the following. In chapter 4, verse number 87, it says that the best one who can tell a hadith is Allah. The best one who can tell a hadith is Allah. Here the Muslim translation, they say, who the word can be truer than Allah. But in Arabic it says, أصدق من الله حديثا. So when Allah he talk, and this is the Quran supposedly, he is saying hadith. And by the way, Muhammad never have a book. This is why you notice that the Muslims, they call the Christians and the Jews people of the book, but they don't call themselves people of the book. Which means even the Quran confirm that Muslims are not to be considered people of the book, for they never have a book. Muhammad died and there was no book. The Quran is a hadith. Allah words is a hadith. Muhammad words is hadith. Muhammad never collect the Quran. Allah he promised to collect the Quran, but he did not. And then the Muslims hundreds of years after, supposedly they start collecting the Quran based on recitation of recitation of recitation of recitation. And until now, the Muslims do not have a single manuscript. They found a manuscript 2 years ago. It's just one paper, one piece of leather actually, and it's dated to before Muhammad, which means the leather itself is dated to before Muhammad, and the ink itself is not really, the writing is not something really old, because we know that when Muhammad was exist, the Arabic does not have those dots and volves we see right now in the text. Those are something been added later. The Quran confirm at the same time that Allah he lead people astray. And he whom Allah lets go astray, and I'm using the Muslim translation, but by the way, in Arabic it doesn't say the one who lead Allah astray. It says وَمَنْ أَضَلُّ اللَّهِ وَمَنْ يُضْلِلُ اللَّهِ فَلَنْ تَجْدَ لَهُ سَبِيلًا. The one who Allah deceive and the one who deceived by Allah, you cannot find for him a guidance or a way. Here the Muslims, they try to make it look nicer, so they say, and whom Allah lets go astray, for him you can never find a way. And here we ask ourselves, Allah, he brought us a hadith, and then the Muslims, they call it Quran. Why? Because there is a verse in the Quran says the word Quran. So we name all the hadith of Allah Quran, but yet there was no book. Then in that hadith we find that Allah saying that he is the one who mislead people, and he is the one who deceive people, and the one he deceived them, you cannot find a stray for them. And then the Muslim, he says to us that Allah is God. But hold on, how Allah is God, but he is the one who lead people astray, and he is the one who misguide them? What is the position of Satan in the cult of Islam? Who is Satan then? What Satan he do for living? If Allah is the one, do that. Satan does what? So if you read and study carefully the hadith of Allah, which is the Muslims call it Quran, you'll find that this hadith lead us to one conclusion, that Allah cannot be God, he must be the devil. He is the one who mislead, and he is the one who misguide, and he is the one who deceive. And not only that, his deception is extremely powerful to the point you cannot guide the one he deceive. Right? My friend, anyone will say to me, unblock this person and block that person, I will block you too. We block people for a reason. We have no time for kids. Here we speak as scholars. Kids have no place. Any person he start lying live on air, I have no time to talk to him. So don't tell me, like, I notice you, Tim, you post for us saying this guy when I talk to you, this guy, don't do that again. This place is for adult, not for children. This guy, Ultimate Truth, he is a stupid. He don't even know what he's talking about. He sat in his bed and Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. At least sit down when you talk to people. Respect yourself. You look like you are high in drugs. You do not know what he's talking about, and all of them, they lie. Did you notice the guy from Nigeria who called me yesterday, who he claimed that he speak Arabic? I gave him a chance, first time, second time, third time. He lied once after once after once. Never waste your time with a person have no dignity, because you will never receive a conclusion. So don't ever say to me, unblock a person, otherwise I will block you too, because I will consider you stupid like him. If you want to invite somebody to talk to me, invite someone have dignity. He is smart, and you know, he speak about his religion as it is, not somebody lie and deny with nothing. Like we spent 2 days talking about the Muslims saying to us from Nigeria that the Nasara are not Nasara. The Quran says the Nasara are not Nasara. They say to us, no, the Nasara is coming from the word Nazareth. The Quran says that the Messiah, he said, who is my Nasara? The Muslims, they say, no, this is not from there, this is from, I mean, why do I want to waste my time? And when we show them, when we say, okay, can we go and read the interpretation, they refuse. So the second we go to that point, it's mean we have no point to talk about anything, because the only thing we can prove or disapprove is what the Muslims have in their books. I wasn't in the time of Muhammad, he was not in the time of Muhammad. So if you don't accept the hadith, you don't accept the interpretation, and you want to give me your own interpretations, then get lost. I don't give my own interpretation. I'm not allowed. I did not create a book. It's called Tafsir Ibn Kathir or At-Tabari, or those are your scholars. So in order, this is the problem we have today, that because they are ashamed of what is written in their books, they deny them. So they deny the hadith, they deny the Quran, they deny the meaning of the Quran, they fabricate a new meaning of the Quran. So you will notice the Muslim today, if you say to him, okay, let us explain this verse, let this verse in front of us, which one you want? He say Ibn Kathir. We'll go to Ibn Kathir, we'll read it, he don't like it, he say no, I don't want Ibn Kathir, let us go to At-Tabari. We go to At-Tabari. He don't like At-Tabari. It's a disaster. So we switch different one. So they are a bunch of hypocrites. You see, the Muslims who used to be proud about the religion, they are not exist no more. The only Muslims who they are exist today is ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram. You say to them, this is what it says. They say to you, yes, this is what it says. They are more decent from all the Muslims in the world. This is the truth. The only one who can tell you the truth is a Muslim terrorist. The rest are a bunch of garbage who have no idea what Islam is about, or they try to make it look nicer, which means they are hypocrite, they are liars. And when I say garbage, I'm saying garbage about knowledge. You show him in the screen, you read it for him, you give him the proof, you give him the reference, still he goes and he says, no, I don't accept this. So who are you? Don't waste your time with somebody when I give you his own opinion. Islam is not an opinion of a person. This is a belief system. Same as a Christianity. Christianity is not an opinion of a person. It's not up to me to tell you what Christianity is about. Christianity is already established before I exist, before my birth. So I came to life or not, that will not change what Christianity is. This is why our topic today actually is speaking about that we don't accept Hadith. So what do you accept? What do you accept? All your religion based on the Hadith, and Allah words himself is a Hadith. Not only that, even in the Hadith books, which is supposed to be Muhammad he spoke, there is something it's called Hadith Qudsi, which is equal to the Quran. Hadith Qudsi, it is a Hadith, but it's equal to the Quran. If we go right now and search for Hadith Qudsi, anything is considered to be Hadith Qudsi is considered to be as holy as the Quran. Even those, the Muslims start running away from them. Let us see if we can find a list of Hadith Qudsi. But anyway, it's not really important now. But anyway, when a Muslim he speak about his book, his religion, you will find that he will do everything in his hand to deny what we show, because it is nothing but a stupid and shameful. And the only way to save Islam is to deny what we are having in our hand. The Muslims actually, they wish that Hadith does not exist. Actually, the Muslim, they wish that 90% of the Quran does not exist. As an example, chapter 27 or chapter number 18, or even the chapter of Al-Baqarah, or even the chapter of Al-Ahzab. I mean, if we take those, what is left of the Quran? Because they are full of fairy tale stories and stupid stories. So what I'm expecting from Muslims in the coming generations, that the Muslims, they will start looking for a new Quran. I will not be surprised if in 50 years from now, the Muslim, they decide to make a big conference and to filter the Quran and to throw all the verses which make Islam look stupid. And then they come with the new Quran out of all those verses which is in the Quran. As an example, today we have a topic previously, if you remember, about the shayateen. They die for Sulaiman. They give him jewelries. He put them in chains. He have a black magic. Sulaiman have a flying carpet. He ordered the wind. This is all in the Quran. The Muslim, they cannot deny it. This is not hadith. So now, how in the world the Muslim, he want to say to us, I believe in a book, and this book is from God, and then we see this book speaking about the most silly, stupid stuff. The ants speaking to the ants, flying carpet, the bird who is in charge of water, and women who have no hair in their legs. The prophet who checked his birds and he found the bird is missing, and he said, if he did not give me an excuse, I'm going to take his feather one by one or slaughter him. I mean, this is Quran, this is not hadith. In chapter 39 verse number 23, it says, Allah has revealed the best of hadith. You see here the translate, the word is saying teaching. In fact, it does not say the word teaching, it says hadith. Allahu نزل أحسن الحديث كتابا. It is Allah who sent down the best of the hadith. So the Quran is a hadith speech. In the same time, you will find that the Quran saying that the Quran have a lot of stupid things which is confusing, to the point the Quran saying that this is a book is going to guide and misguide. Read carefully with me. And by the way, here I'm saying misguide as Muslims to translate, but the fact it doesn't say that. Again, it says deceive, you know. Read with me carefully. Allah has revealed the best of hadith as self-consistent book. This is the translation of the Muslims, which repeat in contents in manifold forms where eight shiver and the skins. Oh man, this is like how nice. I mean, make your skin shivers of those that hold their Lord in awe, and then their skin and their hearts soften for Allah remembrance. That is Allah guidance wherewith he guide who is ever he pleases, and whom Allah does not guide, right path none to guide him. I mean, here you will see that the writer of the Quran is a person, and the translation, by the way, let me change the translation. This is a very funny translation. I think this guy, he uses software or something. Modudi, Doody. I cannot find one translation. You know, I should make a translation for the Quran. Okay, let's see this guy. So look what he says here. Such is the guidance of Allah. He guides therewith whom he please, and such as Allah leaves to astray can have none to guide. Again, the Muslim, they keep using the word astray, but the word here is yudlil. If I copy the word yudlil in front of your eyes, and I open a Muslim dictionary website, a Muslim dictionary website, and I will put the word yudlil in front of you in the screen. Copy paste. Be my witness. What yudlil mean? Read it. Lead astray, misdirect, misguide, mislead, pervert, bequel, cheat, deceive, lequel, cheat, deceive, delude, fool, mislead, and trick. Now, based on the sentence, the word always dallala, like I can say dalla tariqahu. By this, when I say dalla tariqahu, which means it's something I did by mistake, That's mean I miss, let us say, I took the wrong road. I took the wrong. But if you do it to somebody else, that will make you a deceiver. You know what I mean? So it's, if something happened to you done by yourself, that's mean you, let us say, misdirect yourself. As you see here, the word is coming misdirect, because you don't want to hurt yourself. It's not your intention to hurt yourself, but you did a mistake and you took, let's say, a wrong direction. But when somebody does it for you, it is always deceive. If we go down here in the dictionary, it says Yudlil, Quran words, lead, let go astray, has been led astray, misguide by Allah, misguide by Allah, let go astray, Allah lets go astray, had been led astray, he let goes astray, he led astray, mislead, deludes, misdirect, misguide, means misinformed, mislead, etc. Other words in the Quran where the word coming from, like it says, let us say, from the same word yadul, those are Quran word too. Yudillu, 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 as you see, yudillahu, they will mislead, they will mislead, he let go astray, will misguide him, he let him go astray, mislead them, he could lead you astray, mislead them, they could lead you astray, to serve from the right way. So always it's coming as misguidedness or deception. And the Quran confirmed to us in almost every place in the Quran that Allah is the one who misguide people. He is the one who always misguide. And not only that, the Quran confirmed that if Allah, when Allah misguide, he is the one who guide and he is the one who misguide, which means you don't guide yourself to God, which means it's not you who convert to Islam. If you ever convert to Islam, it's Allah who converted you to Islam. And if you are not a Muslim, it's not you who choose not to be a Muslim, it is Allah who made you not to be Muslim. And for sure this is confirmed with the Hadith too. You remember when we speak about the children's that Allah he created for heaven, a child even before he's born, even if he dies an infant, he might go to hell even though he's an infant. If we go in the Hadith, we will find the following as an example. You remember this Hadith we mentioned before, which is Sahih. The Muslim cannot deny it and say, oh, this is weak. They played the game of fake and true and etc. When Aisha, she thought that a child who is born from a Muslim family, who is an infant, he passed away, so she thought he is going to be a bird from the birds of paradise. Then and she said he will be a bird from paradise. Muhammad, he said to her, oh, don't say that, it might be the otherwise, because Allah, he created the hell and he created the door of the for the paradise. So before Allah he created them, they are already decided where they will go. It's not about sin you make. Allah will misguide you even if you are a baby. Allah misguide you to go to hell even when you are in the stage of embryo, according to Islam. And by the way, according to Islam, the baby is created from the backbone, in case you do not know. The Muslim always they translate, they say loins. I'm not sure what loins mean really. Let me check the dictionary to see what loins come exactly as. The part of the body, both sides of the spine between the lowest flesh ribs and the hip bone. It looked like accurate, not bad. Okay. But you know what I know, I think the backbone is the most, the lower back of the bone is the most accurate translation will be. So anyway, you will see here in the Hadith, Muhammad he confirmed that every child He is already his destiny written before he is born, even before he is created, when he was, according to Allah, because the Quran says that the sperm of the man came in from the backbone. And you will see Muslims later, they will try to delete this verse from the Quran. And already what they can do right now, they start saying it doesn't say backbone, it doesn't say, they try to change the meaning in order to defend the honor of the author of the Quran, which is Muhammad. So here Muhammad, he confirmed that the baby child who is an infant who passed away not necessarily will go to heaven, while Aisha, she thought he will go to heaven because he is a child who never reached the age to commit sin, and he never commits sin, as you see in the story. But Muhammad, he did not agree with that. He says, Aisha, peradventure, it may be the otherwise. Aisha, she said he will go to heaven. Muhammad say it may be the otherwise, which means he might go to hell. But hold on, this is a child who did not commit sin. Why he will go to hell? And he is a child of a Muslim family. So where is the logic in that? The logic is the following: Allah created for paradise those who are fit for it while they were in their father backbone. So it doesn't matter whether you commit sin or not. Even the child who is born yesterday, if he died tomorrow, still he might go to hell because Allah misguide him even when he's a baby. Do you see, guys, what I'm talking about? And actually, this statement alone is enough to prove to us that Islam is the most stupid religion ever. Because if it's written for me when I am a baby what I will be, if it's written to me before actually I'm created, so what the point of reward or punishment? I will be rewarded if I'm lucky, I will be punished or if I'm unlucky, because this is based on luck. You see this child here, the child we are talking about in this funeral, we do not know if he will go to hell or heaven based on Muhammad, because based on his luck, he might be lucky and go to heaven, and he might be unlucky and go to hell. So committing sin, not committing sin is not the point. And that means everything in Islam is stupid. And this is a total contradiction. But Muhammad always he come with a story which is very stupid. If you remember when Muhammad he said, if you don't commit sin, Allah will bring people. He will replace you. And this is a Sahih Hadith too. By him who is my hand, whose hand is my life, Muhammad is swearing by Allah supposedly. If you were not commit sin, to commit sin, okay, if we did not commit sin, what would happen? Allah would sweep you out of existence. So look what happened here. Against all the teachings of those who they call them, or even Muslims, they call them prophet, Muhammad he teach that committing sin is a necessity, otherwise God will destroy you. Have you ever heard of such a cult like this before? Have you ever heard of a madness like this? If you don't commit sin, God will destroy you. Not if you commit sin. So what Islam is about? How this guy can be a prophet of God? All the prophets of God, they have one message, one warning: don't commit sin, otherwise you will be punished. But here we notice that if you are a child and you are born and you did not commit sin, you might go to hell. If you are born and now you're adult and you don't commit sin, God might destroy you. You have to commit sin. And then Allah, he like one thing about a human being. If you don't commit sin, he would kill you, destroy you, and he would replace you by those who would commit sin. This is the favorite kind of a human being for Allah, the one who commits sin. Why? Because those that are, they are the one who made him happy. Because after you commit sin, then you have to seek forgiveness from Allah. And here we understand, we can analyze the nature of this funny God. According to Muhammad, his God is a lonely God. So this is Allah. Let us do some drawing here. The lonely Allah, with this is Allah. Is lonely. And we will make it a caveat. And Allah is bored. Allah wanted to have fun. So he created us. And the purpose of creating us is to commit sin. We are made commit sin. And if we do not commit sin, Allah will be angry from us and he will destroy us. So what we understand, if you don't do sin, you die. You will be punished. But if you commit sin, Allah like you. So the lonely Allah, he need an entertainment program. It's going to be boring that people don't commit sin, because then they will not need his forgiveness. This is the whole point. Allah wanted to have fun. He wanted to create a show program. So we as a human, we have a duty to do, a performer to do. He created us, he sent us there, and he made us commit sin. And if you are not to commit sin, Allah will destroy you, because this is not the purpose of your creation. And he will replace you with people who commit sin, because that will bring nice and entertainment to Allah, so he can enjoy his life better. What do you think, Muslims? What kind of God you have? And your God, his justice is amazing, to the point even a child who is not born yet, Allah, he decide for him that he might go to hell. Don't you notice that this is extreme stupid, and it is extreme injustice? Why a child who did not commit sin, he will go to hell? For sure, not to forget to mention that your God do not even know where the baby and how the baby is created. So he think that we are coming from the backbone and from the spine. By the way, if science discover that the baby is coming from the spine, you will find Muslims making a million video about Muhammad saying so. Muhammad was just copying the Arab. The Arab before Muhammad, they believed that uh, the baby, or let's say the sperm of the man, is coming from his backbone. Why? When somebody he exaggerate with having sex, he will have a pain in the lower back, so he feel like he is exhausted in that area. So they thought that this is because this is where the sperm is coming from. So Muhammad, he copied that, and he believed in it, and he made it as part of his religion as usual. Everything in the Quran is a copy paste of somebody else. The same as the honey, the same as the camel urine, the same as the seven sleepers, the same as Suleiman and the ant, which is the legion of the Jews, the same as the punishment of the grave. I mean, everything Muhammad he have is nothing of his. This is something he copied, he stole from somebody else. He like it, he adopted, he put it in his book, and he make it coming from his God, which he called him Allah. So how we can accept such a silly, stupid God to send us such a silly, ignorant prophet? Actually, this is very normal. Silly God, silly prophet, they match. There is no God but Allah, and there is no Allah but Muhammad. This is the same person, Muhammad. This is why they are perfect match in stupidity. You see, I can accept that Muhammad is a man who make mistakes, but remember, Muhammad, when he say anything like this, he claim that he have knowledge from Allah. If you remember, when a bunch of people they came to Muhammad and they asked him, there's a three questions nobody knows but a prophet of God. Muhammad, he said, after the guy he asked him the question, he said, Jibril just now informed me. Jibril just now informed me. Let us see if we can find the hadith. So any question, even in normal conversation, Muhammad, he got the answer from Allah. This is not him talking. Read carefully. A man, he came to him and he asked him, and he said to him, I will ask you three questions nobody knows except a prophet of God. I mean, look here at the drama. Right away you will notice that this story is stupid to the point. It is beyond stupidity. Why? The guy saying to him, I will ask you three questions, nobody know the answer unless he is a prophet, but he knows the answer. You know what I mean? Guys, are we listening? How in the world you say no one knows the answer for them and you know the answer? No one knows the answer except a prophet of God. Not only nobody knows the answer, only prophet of God know the answer. But yet the guy who asked the question, he knew the answers because he agreed that this is the correct answer. That's mean he's a prophet of God too. And that's mean Muhammad's story is a fabrication, because Muhammad, he claimed that he is the last prophet and he is the only prophet in his time. The same story confirmed that there's two prophets. One is the one is asking the question, and the one is answering the question. For those questions, nobody knows their answer save a prophet of God. But yet this guy, he knew the answer, which means he's a prophet. And then after Muhammad been asked the question, Muhammad right away, supposedly, and by the way, the story here is not really accurate. Supposedly, it took Muhammad some time before he answered, maybe a week or two. However, and the story in front of us doesn't say there's time. It reports the story as if it happened all together. So if we assume it happened all together, no problem. After he asked him the question, Muhammad, he said, just now, Jibril has informed me about that. So the answer is coming from who? It's from Allah. And there's no way the answer can be strong or it's just stupid. If you read the answer, you will see how stupid the answer is. And this is why the Muslims now, they try to wash their hands from those stories, because those stories prove clearly that their prophet is big fat scam. The man asked him, what make the child gender change to be male or female, which means he resembled the parents? Muhammad, he says, Jibril just told me, and this is the answer. And if the man's discharge proceed that of the women, then the child resemble the father. So if you have orgasm first, the baby will be a male boy like you. And if the women discharge proceed that of the man, the child resemble the mother. Now for sure that is nothing but a big fat lie. But now Muhammad, he confirmed that this story and this answer was given to him by Jibril. And Jibril is the authorized delivery boy of Allah. He's the angel of Allah. How such a stupid answer can come to existence? How somebody claimed to be prophet of God, he say such a statement, unless he is a false man. So now if I'm a Muslim and I don't want to be honest that Muhammad obviously here is being stupid and he's claiming that God told him, the only solution to get away from this to say I don't accept this story. I don't accept it. This is the solution. Thank you, my friend Francis from Ghana. We love you too. We love our friends and brothers in Africa. We follow the news of the terrorist attack in your cities. My friend, stay strong. And all of Islam is based on intimidation. They try to intimidate you so you bow down for the God of the infidels, the God of the pagan, the God of the pagan Muhammad, the God of the black stone. Don't let them have fear in your heart, my friend. Stay strong. They try hard by their terrorism, but they will never win. Now, if we are listening, I'm going to open my Skype only for Muslims. Please remember, only for Muslims. So if there is a Muslim want to call, he can call us. Only Muslims. And you will hear yourself how the Muslims go in denial when they see those stupid stories. And right away they say, oh, we don't accept the Hadith. And not only that, even they will say we don't accept the Quran. So what you accept? What Islam is about? What is left of Islam? Nothing. Nothing left of Islam. Zero. Let us see if we have any Muslims here. Let's see this person here. A Muslim saying to me, stop spreading lies. I like this guy. Let us see this guy.
Hello.
How are you, Abdul?
Hello.
Yes, Abdul, how are you?
Hey. Hello.
Do you hear me?
Yes.
All right. You are saying to me in text, stop spreading lies. Why?
Yes, because you are spreading lies.
What do you mean? Aren't you the one who called me in the morning and you said to me you believe in the flying carpet?
Yes.
So is the flying carpet is a lie or true?
It's true.
So it's true lie or true what?
True story.
So now if I say to you I have a flying carpet, I will not be a liar.
Yes, you will be.
I will be a liar. So if your prophet speak about flying carpet, you believe it, but if I speak about it, you don't believe it.
Yes, because you are a liar.
So what make you believe that there's a flying carpet according to your prophet and make him not a liar to you? How you can prove that he have a flying carpet?
Because the Quran cannot be man-made. Impossible.
This is okay. What about the flying carpet? Was it man-made or made in Germany or in China? Where the flying carpet is made?
If I show you proof that the Quran is not made, cannot be made by a man, then it's true.
This is not a question. I'm asking you. The flying carpet which we spoke about, which Allah he gave to Sulaiman, it's made where?
It's not made.
It's not made. So what do you mean?
It's given by the angels.
Okay, but who made the flying carpet?
What do you mean, Allah?
Okay, so Allah he made the flying carpet.
Yes.
Well, is it you Muslim? You say if Allah wants something to happen, he say be is going to be.
Yes.
Okay, why he need to make a flying carpet? He can say to Sulaiman, fly, and he will fly in his kingdom.
Because he needed that for his troops also.
So he put all his army and whole camels and donkeys in the flying carpet, and they fly the whole kingdom, right?
Yes.
Is it possible to have like 2 million men and women and camels and donkeys flying on top of flying carpet? Don't you think this is too much exaggeration?
It's not a million, so
It's not.
no.
No, in the tafsir it says 600,000 shares.
Yeah, it's not a million. That's
Okay, 600,000 shares. Isn't it too much, you think?
Yes.
Okay, so how a flying carpet is carrying 600,000 shares?
Because it's just a tafsir. The carpet is big, but it's not that big.
So you are saying that tafsir is lying?
Yes. No, they have drawn.
They have a drone now?
Yes.
What the drone have to do with the flying carpet of your prophet?
What?
Why you are talking about the drone? We are talking about the flying carpet now.
Yes.
Okay.
I know.
So you said yourself, he said he put his army in the flying carpet, right?
Yes.
How many soldiers Suleiman he have?
A lot.
Like how many?
I don't know.
Give me a number.
I don't know.
Like
a few
what?
thousand.
Few thousand. How many you think? 10,000, 20 million, what?
I don't know. Maybe like 5,000.
So 5,000, we can assume 5,000 they were flying in the flying carpet. 5,000
Yes.
soldier with 5,000 horses.
Yes.
Okay. So if every horse every two horses need 2 meter by 2 meter, and we have 5,000 horses. Let us calculate. 2 meter by 2, 2 by 2, this is 4. X5, this is 20,000 meters flying carpet just for the horses. What do you think?
Yeah. So what's wrong?
Nothing wrong. I mean, this is very, very convincing. The same as in front of us, the hadith, he says that if the women have orgasm first, the baby will be a boy. Sorry, if the women have orgasm first, the baby will be a girl. If the man have orgasm first, the baby will be a boy. This is true too, right?
Yes.
This is true.
Yes.
Did you try it
Yes.
yourself at home with your wife?
What's that? Sorry.
Did you try that with your wife?
I'm young. I don't have a wife.
You don't have a wife.
Sorry.
Okay. Did you ask your dad? You know, you told me before you look like your dad or your mom.
What?
You yourself.
My mother. My mother.
You look like your mother. So this is mean according to the prophet, your mother she have orgasm first.
Yes.
But this is impossible because the hadith here says that the baby will look like the mother, which means he will be a female. So are you a female?
No. Resembling means look like.
Oh no, my friend.
The definition word of resemble means look like. If I say I resemble a person, that means I look like a person.
Okay, what if I show you that this is not what the prophet saying? The prophet, he said clearly that you will be the child will be male.
Okay, what if I show you that Allah will decide it to be a male or female?
Allah is the one who decide?
Yes.
Okay, that's mean your prophet is lying. Because here
No,
your prophet, you're the one who said that.
no.
You see, you just got your prophet busted. Hold on.
One hadith. That's one hadith.
What one hadith?
That is one hadith. It was 200 years with, written after the death of Muhammad. It cannot be perfect, you know.
See, here we go. See, guys, here we go.
Intention-
A second ago, this hadith was good. It was perfect. It's fine. Now he got himself busted. He said to me, I can show you that Allah is the one who decide the gender. Right?
Yes.
So now,
Yes.
he, in order to get away from this problem, he says, oh, this hadith is not perfect. So
No, yeah, it's not perfect.
why is it perfect? How do you know?
Because all in the other hadiths were saying that it will look like the mother.
You look like the mother. But according to science,
Yes.
if you let us say it's not about male or female, but this is not what it says. But I will go with you for now. Let us say you look like your mother if your mother have orgasm first. Is that something proven by science or this is stupid?
It's logical.
It's logical.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If I have if my semen proceeds of the woman, then it's logical that my child will look like me.
God forbid. You know, I hope not that will not happen. But so if your semen proceed your wife, but your wife have a semen?
No.
So you just said your wife proceed your semen proceed your wife.
No, if mine discharge proceeds of the woman.
Okay, the discharge of the woman is what? What she discharge? Milk?
I don't know.
Orange,
I don't know how.
juice?
I don't know how woman. I don't know how woman called it. I don't know much about women.
Well, we can go and ask your prophet because your prophet is an expert. You know, as you know.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
My friend, my prophet doesn't say that woman are sperm. Well, okay, where in the Quran does it say that semen comes from the backbone and ribs? Does it say and or between? So it's one place from one gender.
We will go to the Quran. Read with me here carefully. The Messenger of Allah said that the man water is thick and white and the women water is thin and yellow. Whichever of them come first, the child will resemble the parents. Do you see it?
Yes.
Okay. So the water of the man, obviously, this is the sperm, correct? What is
It's
that?
what the discharge. Yes.
Yeah.
It's a sperm.
So when he says he called the man sperm water, he called the woman liquid. He called it water too. So obviously he think that both of them they have a sperm.
No, because they didn't have the
Okay, so what is
they
that yellow thing? What is that yellow thing which is the discharge of the woman come out in her private part will make
I
the
don't know
baby
the
look
name.
the you don't know. Did you ask a doctor
I,
before? Did you try to ask somebody?
I don't know. I don't know the name of the whether of the woman. I only know the name of the man, of course, the sperm, but I don't know of the woman.
Hmm. All right.
Well, where in the Quran does it say man a semen comes from between from the
I don't know. Somebody told me that. What do you think? You do not know?
no, it doesn't say that it comes from the breast of the woman.
Doesn't say
It
that.
says okay. Listen, the Quran says that it emerges between the backbone and ribs.
Hmm.
It doesn't say that it emerges from the backbone and from the backbone and ribs.
Okay,
It
but we
says
know.
between.
Hold on. Okay, but do you see?
So it's
Hold on,
from
hold on,
place.
hold on. You see the word between. The word between is
Yes.
explained in the hadith in front of us. Do you see the hadith?
Let me see.
Hmm. This hadith in front of us explain what between mean. It's between the liquid of the man and the liquid of the woman. So liquid of the man is coming from his backbone, and the liquid of the woman is coming from her ribs.
Let me see.
Hmm.
No, it's not saying that,
It doesn't say
my
that.
friend. The Quran does say that it's emerges between. So it's one
Okay, I will
place
show
of
you.
one.
I will show you. Okay, I will show you. Here we go. Here we go. Read. This is different hadith. What do you say about this one? Salim, she came to Muhammad and she said to him, Allah, what about a woman she sees in her dream something like which men they see? This woman, she was masturbating. Muslim women, they always do that. And it's halal, you know, using zucchini or cucumber. If she sees that has, Muhammad, he said, if she sees that and has discharge, then let her perform a bath. Salama, the wife of your prophet, she said, O Messenger of Allah, does that really happen? That's mean,
I already read that.
yeah, that's mean the prophet wife, she never have discharge. I wonder why.
Yeah,
Looks
but
like
this
your
is not the
prophet is
topic.
not using the right private part. He is using something else. So he said,
This,
yes, the water of the man is thick and white, and the water
yes,
of the women is thin and yellow.
yes,
Whichever of them comes first is going to make the child, you know, resemble the parents. So
yes.
your prophet confirming here that
No, no, no. Listen, do women have a water? Yes or no? Yes, right? When they discharge.
uh, well,
Yes.
maybe the pee, the piss.
No.
What is that?
God, look, both women and men have discharge when they.
Yeah, but your prophet saying the women water is yellow, right?
Yeah,
So
he
what
doesn't say
is that
sperm.
yellow?
He doesn't
What
say
is
sperm.
that yellow? I mean,
I don't know how you call it. I don't know much about women.
hmm, maybe she have an infection. Maybe the wives of
Listen,
Muhammad and the fam and Muhammad he never met a wife. Maybe he made them have infection because why their water is yellow? What is that?
that's the sperm.
Maybe it's piss.
No,
So you just said that women
no, of
have a
the man,
sperm.
of the man, of the man.
No, you just said. I said what? Why it's yellow? You said this is the sperm.
I, I thought you said men.
No, I'm talking why it's yellow. Yellow. The women is yellow.
Okay, but now let's go to the Quran.
Okay, hold on.
And
No, before we go to the Quran,
86.
before we go into the Quran, here we go. Before we go to the Quran, because we are trying to make a connection here. Uh, if you read here, you will see. Let us see. Hadith. All those hadith are saying the same, but we want to show you something more more clear.
No, but the Quran describes the semen reproduction in one place of one gender.
The semen is coming what?
It says the semen comes from between the backbone and ribs. It doesn't say and the backbone and ribs.
Okay, the backbone of who?
The backbone between the backbone and ribs of a man.
Okay, hold on. I will go with you. So you are saying
Because
it's
it's
not, the Quran
because
does not say anything about the women, correct? You are saying
no,
that.
because it says between. It says one
Okay,
place of one gender.
okay. Let's see. I'm going to show you something in the screen, and I want you to explain to me. So if we go, this is the human body as we see in the screen. Do you see the screen?
Not now.
Okay, actually, let us see if we can find something
Yes, I see it.
showing the back. Okay,
Yes.
this one showing the back, which is better. So this is the human body. Okay,
Yes.
so according to your prophet, according to you, the semen is coming from the backbone here. Let us make it in a blue. Or black, from this area, and then
Yes.
from the
From between
ribs,
the ribs.
and then from the ribs here. The
No, between the ribs.
Taraib is here in the location of the
No,
necklace.
no. Listen. You have a misunderstanding. It doesn't say it comes from between the backbone. It says it comes between the backbone and ribs. Between right there.
But the backbone is here in the back.
Yes, but it says between, so it's not actually at the backbone.
Okay, I'm going with you from between, but here the backbone start here.
Yes.
Okay, and now then we have the location of the necklace. What make the sperm coming from between this and this? What does that mean?
It doesn't say that it comes from the back and ribs. It says between.
Okay, I'm going with you. I'm going with your lie, because the
No, a lie?
Quran,
What do you
no,
mean?
because the Quran say
Listen,
clearly that because the word tara'ib, my friend, it is a name for the
my
bones
friend.
of the women. The women. It's not.
My friend, it
uh,
says between. It's
I
describing
know,
one
but
piece of the gender.
the word tara'ib is a word in Arabic for the ribs of the women, and specifically for the location of the necklace.
No,
Do you want me
it
to show you
describes
that?
the place.
Do you speak Arabic?
No.
Do you know somebody speak Arabic?
Yeah, but it says between the backbone and ribs. It
My
says
friend, why
one
you keep
place,
repeating
one
yourself
gender.
like a recording machine? I'm saying to you, if I show you that the word tara'ib mean specifically the location of the necklace of the women, specifically, not
What?
anywhere in the bones, only where you see where I point the arrow there. It is between, like, down the neck. This is where the location of the necklace. This is tara'ib, which means it's the last
Okay.
bones, is the last bones of the ribs from the top. So when the Quran says from the backbone and the tara'ib,
No, it says between.
between, yeah, between, because this is why
Yeah, but if it's between, then if it
okay,
says
okay.
between.
Let me ask you, who is the scholar who you consider him your best example to follow?
Myself.
Yourself. That's amazing. I heard of you before. What's your name? What? I believe you. You must be a scholar. I'm learning from you. So what's your name, my friend? You must be.
Ahim.
Are you Ibn Kathir?
Yes.
You are Ibn Kathir. Okay, let us go and see what Ibn Kathir said. As long as you are Ibn Kathir. No, don't tell me. No. You are the one who said you are Ibn Kathir. Everybody heard you. So now we go. No, you see, you are in trouble now. You said you are Ibn Kathir, and I believe you. I am naive, and I believe you. And you are sexy, and I know it. You're like Zakir Naik. So now we will go to Ibn Kathir. This is the chapter.
No,
80. Don't,
friend.
you cannot. You are the
My
one
friend.
who said yes. That's mean you accept Ibn Kathir. Don't tell me. Don't friend me now. I'm going to get you busted.
My friend,
no. This is Ibn Kathir. This is Ibn Kathir.
Hold on.
Don't make me,
My friend, show
Don't make
show
me
what
hang up on
Quran
you.
says.
Be honest for a second. You Muslims are a bunch of scam. Go, here we go. Read with
No,
me.
you are a scam.
Read
You
with
are
me. Read
lying.
with me. Read with me.
You are
Read
lying.
with me. Read with me.
It says between. It says
Okay,
between.
read with
It's
me.
describing
Okay,
one place of
read with me. Read with
in
me. What it says.
it doesn't say and backbone
My
and
friend,
ribs. It
read
says
with me. Read with me. Mr. Ibn Kathir. This is your book.
no.
Read it.
Listen, listen. It says here that in the Quran it says between. So it's describing one place.
My friend, aren't you Ibn Kathir? You told me you are Ibn Kathir. You were lying to me?
Oh yes.
Okay. Oh no, yes. What does that mean? Read carefully, my friend. It says, He
My
created
friend,
from the water
yeah.
gushing forth, meaning the sexual fluid that comes bursting forth from the man and the woman. Thus the child produced from both of them by permission of Allah. Due to his says, يخرج من بين الصلب والترائب, proceeding from between the backbone and the ribs, meaning the backbone or the loins of the man and the ribs of the women, which is referring to her chest. As Shabib said, Bin Bishr reported, Ikrama, etc., he said from Ibn Abbas, he said, يخرج من بين الصلب والترائب, proceeding from between the backbone and the ribs, the backbone and the of the man and the ribs of the women. It is the fluid is yellow and fine in texture. The child will not be born except from both of them, i.e., sexual fluid. Concerning Allah statement, إنه على رجعه لقادر. Verily he is able to bring him back to life. So now we got the answer in. So what
No.
do you say?
Listen. Does the Quran say that?
Yeah, the Quran says that.
What do you mean,
Because
my friend? There's a big difference in
because the
saying
Quran,
between
you see,
and
Abdul, the
and.
Quran used the word taraib.
It says between. So
No,
it's
taraib is not ribs. Taraib is the location of the necklace on the woman's chest.
no. You're lying.
Okay.
See, you're lying again.
Well, okay. Thank you very much for your call. Next, who is next? You see, we are lying. I'm showing you your books. How I'm lying. In order to be lying, Ibn Kathir have to be lying to. What do you think, guys? This is the Quran. So now what the Muslims they will do? They will say now the Quran is corrupt. The only way to avoid the stupidity of who they called him God, they have millions of videos about science in the Quran. I mean, read my books, the one I made about this stupid book. You will die laughing. They corrupt the meaning of the Quran with no shame, just in order to deceive you and to make you believe that the Quran is not a stupid book. Not only they try by corrupting the meaning, they hide the stupidity of the Quran, but in the top of that, they try to make it fit with science, which means the corruption have two direction: corruption in the translation, corruption in the interpretation, and corruption in the Quran itself words meaning. And now another Muslim will call me and I will say, I don't accept this interpretation, show me different one. We show him different one. Oh, it is horrible too. So which one? So now there is a, like, actually one of you, he sent me a text message in Skype, said to me, there's a guy, he said he accept the interpretation of An-Nabulsi, but An-Nabulsi is not a scholar in Islam. This guy is an Arabic teacher. He have a degree in Arabic. He's an idiot. But you know, this is the time where you can make a lot of money by defending Islam and try to say, to show something amazing in this book which is not there, because those people, Muslims, they are waiting for somebody to save this cult. Islam is a drowning. So when somebody he came and he start trying to show them that there's scientific miracles, etc., and because already you believe in it anyway, so you will accept whatever he say. But not us. I mean, it's stupid. Don't you see it? Can't you see it? How in the world this is the book of God? Why you are calling me Abdul?
Hello.
Why you are calling me again?
Yes, I want to talk about embryology in the Quran.
Well, this is here we go. The Quran has just told us the secrets, all everything here.
In chapter 23, verse 14.
Mhm. Okay, chapter 23, verse number 40. Are you sure you want to go there?
Yes.
Okay, guys, be my witness. He is the one who
Yes.
chose the verse. Okay, but don't
Yes.
say I don't want to talk about it no more. So you promise me.
I promise.
Okay, chapter 23, verse number 40, right?
Yes, and we are going to go to the Arabic dictionary for the meaning of alaqa.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
23, right?
Yes.
Oh, Ibn Kathir, you don't have it, you know, the Arabic translation.
No, 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 no. Not not
No, Ibn Kathir, not Ibn Kathir. Why are you scared? What happened? What happened?
no, let's go to Quran.
Okay, you said you want me to go to the Arabic dictionary to see what the word nutfa mean, correct?
No, alaqa.
Alaqa. Okay, let's see.
Yes.
We go to our actual dictionary. Okay.
I'll send you the link.
Okay, no, you send me a link. This is an article. We don't accept articles. We accept dictionary.
Oh,
Right?
yeah. I'm gonna show it to you.
Okay, no problem. I will go here.
None of the interpretations say it's a clot of blood. All of them say it's alaqa. People translated it into a blood
Okay.
in the 20th century, but Ibn Kathir and all the others never said it's a clot, actual blood.
Okay, all right. I want you to look with me,
Okay.
and you tell me what's happening.
Let me see my YouTube.
Hmm. Do you see it?
Yes.
Okay. So which one is the one you want?
You keep saying it's a clot of blood.
Does it say here? Okay, here we go. Blood the clot.
It can mean that, yes.
Hmm. So it can
But
mean that. Which one? Which one you want me to accept now? Which one you want?
okay.
Which
Okay,
one
let
you
me-
like? Which one? No, I will go
Hey,
with you. My friend, I
I'm
will
gonna
go with
answer.
you. I will make you
I'm
happy
gonna
today. Huh?
I'm gonna answer. Imagine before the discovery of embryology,
Hmm.
that I would say that the embryo is actually becoming a leech.
So you are saying this is a leech, correct?
Yes,
Okay, but this is
but it
okay. No problem. I will go with you guys. Did he say a leech? Did he say a leech?
yes.
Be my witness. Okay, that's mean proof that your God is stupid.
Why?
Let us go and see. You are the one who said, guys, did he choose leech? Not me. He is the one who chose leech. Okay. I mean, I'm going. Okay. Hold on. You know, I'm going to go with you, my friend. Here we go. Okay. So now we have a leech. What is the leech? I'm going to replace the word congeal the blood because you don't like it with leech. Is that fine? Like, because that will make you happy, correct?
No, it's the truth.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to put the word leech here instead of the word congeal the blood. Are we good with that?
Yes.
Okay. So we put the word leech here. But what is the one became a leech?
It is the sperm and the egg, and the egg
Okay.
leech.
According to which donkey in science he says to you that the sperm will transform to be a leech?
Oh, there's the sperm will go inside of the egg and it will be gone. But the Quran doesn't have to be that detailed.
But no, it's giving details. It's giving details. It says we made the sperm into leech.
Yes.
Okay, and then the leech became A fetus. According to
Yes.
your Muslim translation, you do you want loom or fetus? Doesn't say fetus
Loom.
here. It says loom. Okay.
Loom.
So according to science, the sperm will become a leech, and then the leech will become a loom.
Leech will become a loom. Yes.
And then the loom will become bones.
Yes.
And then the bones we close them with the flesh.
Yes.
My friend, your God is a certified donkey. He got a degree like Zakir Naik now. Who in the world wanna believe in such a garbage?
No, but I keep hear you saying that it's a cloud of blood deceiving
I
the
am
Muslim.
guys. Did I say blood? No, it's not me who's saying that. It's in front of you. You see, you say
No,
I'm deceiving
it's
the
in front.
Muslims. No, I'm not deceiving anyone. Here we go. Even your scholars, they are translating it as a congealed blood. Do you see it?
Yes,
Do
the
you see it?
Arabic people who speak Arabic, like Shakira, they all translate into a cloth
Okay.
because they thought,
what about the interpretation? Why the interpretation agree with me? If I am lying,
no, no, because all the interpretations they are not translated into English. People in the 20th century they translated that, not the Ibn Kathir
okay,
and
no
all the
problem. I
other.
can show it in Arabic.
Yes, it is halaqa.
No,
Yes,
it says their blood. Alaqa
no, it
is
doesn't
blood.
say.
My friend,
No,
my friend.
halaqa can mean blood,
Anyway,
but
anyway, even after we change the word congealed blood to the one you like to be leech, still the Quran is stupid.
no.
What do you mean no? There's nobody believe that the sperm will transform into to a leech and then is
Oh,
going to
oh,
be a
okay,
baby. According to you, the sperm will be a baby at the end of the day. Correct?
okay, okay. Wait, let me do this.
Don't
According
tell
to
me. Don't
you,
tell me. Okay. According to this verse, the sperm is going to transform into a baby. Correct?
yes,
Okay.
no,
And how that happened?
no. It's in the development. It's in the stages.
Okay,
But
no
listen,
problem. It took stages, but what is the first stage? It's a sperm. The sperm will transform into a leech. You are the one who told me that. You forgot.
yes,
Okay, so sperm became leech. The leech became a loom. The loom became bones. The bones we close them with flesh, and that's it. Bingo. We have you.
no. Then we developed it into another creature.
That's it. You became a creature. That's it. You're done.
No, no, no. Then it says then we developed it, meaning it's still in progress.
No, that's it. He closed
No,
you.
because no, because in Hadith it says that after it becomes a loom,
Hmm.
then Allah will decide it to be a male or female. Then He will breathe His
Okay, okay,
spirit
guys. So after you
into it.
are a loom and he closed you with the bones, Allah decide that you are male or female.
No, no,
That's you.
no, no, no. After you become a loom, and then your soul will be breathed into you. So then you become a male or female. And in the Quran it says that the last stage is that Allah will develop humans into another creature, meaning He will cause the body parts to grow.
Okay.
You know, like
So
that.
according to you, according to what about the way your prophet, he said that after he finished your creation, Allah he decide if he is male or female, correct?
No, it's during the stages. Yes,
Okay, let us see. No, no, let us see. Here we go.
yes, it is. Yes,
Let us see what your prophet said. I hope
but
you will
my
not
friend.
say. I hope you will not say he's liar. You know, come on, show respect. Show respect,
Yeah.
please. Okay,
Yeah,
don't.
but even
Okay,
even if it's a clot of blood, it's still correct
all right.
because in the second week, the blood vessels begin to form inside the
No, no problem.
baby. So it's
Okay,
no, yes.
can you read it with me? Can you read with me this hadith?
Oh my God, this guy.
Don't say my God. Say oh my Allah, please. Respect yourself. Don't insult. Read it, please.
When a travel semen remains in the womb for 40
No, no, read,
days.
read. What is I want people to hear you. Come on, read.
When the drop of semen remains in the womb for 40 days, the angel comes and says,
Okay,
"My
hold
Lord."
on. The drop of semen will stay in the womb for 40 or 50 days. Is that accurate?
Yeah, yeah, well, in the also hadith it says that
Come on. It's clear. Your prophet said the sperm of the man will go to where? To the womb. And it will stay in the womb for 40 or 50 days. I never heard of a sperm going to the womb. What the sperm is going to do in the womb? Having dinner there? Secondly, is going to stay there for 40 or 50 days? What the sperm is doing there? For vacation?
Yes, but in the other hadith it says that after it becomes a sperm of 40 days,
Mhm.
that Allah will give the lump a shape.
No problem, no problem. But you, so
And
you agree that your prophet, he said the sperm will stay in the womb for 40 days, correct?
can you let me finish talking?
I'm letting you,
Because
I'm asking you, is that, do you agree with that? That
yes,
the
I
sperm?
agree. I agree, but let me finish talking.
Okay,
After
no, no, I will let you finish. So you agree that the sperm will stay in the womb for 40 days, but this is stupid, my friend.
uh,
What do you say?
well, there's a other part of this which sounds accurate because it says the semen remain in the womb for 40 days. But when you look at the semen, then he says Allah will give it a shape. But when you look at the embryo at 40 days, it's like already having a shape. It's one part is miraculous, but one part, according to you, is an error, right?
My friend, I'm not saying I'm not a doctor. I'm learning from you. You are Ibn Kathir. So here, your prophet saying that a drop of a sperm, not semen. You see here they put the word semen between two brackets. It doesn't say that. So you are made from a drop, which is a drop of a sperm, which is wrong too. And then that drop will stay inside the womb for 40 days. I want you to go right now and search on Google and tell me how long the sperm can live inside the woman.
I don't care if it stays 72 hours.
So why your God is wrong here?
My God,
Hmm.
it's my prophet.
Well, your God, Muhammad, come on. Because
Okay.
here, your prophet, he got this information from who? From his God, correct?
Yeah, from Jibril.
Okay, so so we have to say this is your God talking. It's not Muhammad. He just delivering what he learned from your prophet is not a doctor, correct? So he get this
Yeah,
information from who? From Allah. That's it.
yeah, but
So this is
yep.
godly information. This is why it's very true. So now we have your God, who is amazing God, full of science, saying that the sperm of the man go inside the woman to the womb. Look like this is the bedroom, and he stay there for 50 days. What the sperm is doing there for 50 days?
It's 40.
It says no, 40 or 50. Read it.
Yeah, but and all the other hadith it says 40.
No, I think you see what. Let me tell you what happened. I think your prophet here is not sure because the men are different. Some men they like to stay longer. Some men their sperms like to stay less. I mean, moody, moody
There,
sperm. Yeah. So
all
your prophet here is making it clear that it's either 50 or 40. However,
I'll
why?
send you a
What?
link.
No problem.
I sent you a link.
Don't me send me a link. No, I'm asking
Yes,
you
but
for how
this,
why the sperm is staying there for 40 days.
Muhammad says after 40 days, Allah will give it a shape. Can you please click at my link?
Okay, so the sperm after 40 days will receive a shape.
No, the embryo.
What the embryo? It's a sperm.
Yes, but Allah Muhammad says after it becomes a what's it called a sperm. After that, Allah will give it a shape.
Hmm. So
And when you
the sperm after 40 days is going to have a shape, correct?
no, not the sperm, it will be gone.
What do you mean? It says here it's going the sperm will go for 40 days. It's still a sperm.
Can you click at my link?
Let me show you another one, another hadith. Maybe this one will explain it more to you. Read this
Yeah,
one
but
for me. Read
yeah,
this
but
one. Read this one for me. Read this one for me.
I can't read.
Well,
Uh,
are you illiterate like your prophet? Come on, read it.
Allah the exalted and glorious has appointed an angel as the caretaker of the womb, and he will say, "My Lord, it is now a drop of semen. My Lord, it is now a clot of blood. My Lord, it is now become a lump of flesh." And when Allah decides to give it a final shape, the angel says, "My Lord, will it be male or female, or will it be an evil or a good person?"
Hmm. So what do you understand from this?
Uh, what? Uh,
What do you
what's the
understand
problem?
from this? What do you understand from this hadith?
Mm, I'm not following you. What is your point in this?
Well, I don't know. You see, you keep saying to me I'm lying to people. I say it's a blood. Look what it says here. The
What?
angel, he go inside the womb of the women.
Yes.
Okay. Are you saying to me that an angel will go inside a vagina?
An angel was when caretaker of women. No, it doesn't say that.
What it says? He's
It
in
says
charge of what? He's in charge of the womb.
yes,
Okay, so he is in the door of the womb.
yes.
So he's inside the
No,
woman.
yeah. I don't know. It says the caretaker. I don't know.
Hmm. Okay, so he is the doorkeeper for the womb. No problem. He's an angel. Now, this angel, he asks Allah permission. He says, okay, now it's a drop of semen. My
Yes,
Lord, now it's a clot of a blood. My Lord,
yes,
now it became a loom of a flesh.
yes.
And when Allah decide to give the final shape, the angel say, my Lord, would it be male or female? What do you say about that?
What's the problem here?
The problem here, the last process is male or female.
Mm. No,
According to science, is it true
no.
that the last process is male or female?
If in the Quran it says that this is actually talking about the embryo, but in the Quran it says that after it becomes Allah will decide it to be a male or female, He will cause the bones to grow and clothe it with flesh.
My friend, do you see it in front of you? It's the last process, he says, male or female. Last process. Do you see it?
Yeah, it's talking about the embryo, but in the Quran after
My
this,
friend, first of all,
talking
the Quran never mentioned the word
about
embryo anyway, but this is not the story now. Do you see the word embryo there?
yes, but can you let me
I
finish
will make
talking?
you happy. Let us say in there's a word embryo. What is the last, the final shape? After he reached the final shape, Allah, he decided to give the final shape, right? And then the angel says, oh Allah, male or female?
Are you going? Listen, it says here that Allah is here. It in the Hadith, it's saying how Allah is making the embryo alive. But when you look at the Quran, after this, after these three stages, it's talking about how Allah is protecting humanity by
Hmm.
and causing them, to be a
Let,
human
let me
by.
ask you,
causing-
what is your education?
Was
What is
what?
your education?
What do you mean?
Because I noticed you know a lot. What is your education? What is your degrees? What to?
I don't know how you say English. So
No, no, I'm saying your education. What is your education?
it's my education, but I don't know how to say it.
Like what do you do?
What do you mean? I'm young.
You are young. How young?
I'm 17.
You are 17. Swear by Allah, you are 17.
No.
You are a liar. You are 30 something.
no,
Right. So why you are lying?
I'm not lying.
Hmm. You are 17.
Yes,
Swear by Allah, you are 17.
I swear by Allah
That's what?
that I'm 17.
Okay. Is your mom there?
No,
Your dad?
no.
Okay. Well, why I want to talk to someone who's 17? I thought you are a man. You are just a kid.
I'm almost in a few months I'm 18. So
Few
you know,
months. Okay. Well, after a few
yes.
months, you call me. Okay.
No, 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 no,
Say
no,
hi
no.
to Baba.
No,
Now he became 17. All right. Don't call me. Don't call me. I will let you talk to me later. Don't call me. Let us see this guy is trying to call. Hello?
Hello.
Yes?
Hello, Christian Prince.
Go ahead. We
It's
hear you.
Christian Prince.
Yes.
Hi, I'm just calling up. I have a question for you.
Can you speak louder, please? Are you a Muslim?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I have a Muslim friend.
Okay. Oh, you have a Muslim friend. You are not a
Yeah,
Muslim. What do you think about Muhammad?
he's a filthy pedophile. That's what I think.
Okay. And what your friend here think about him?
My Muslim friend thinks he's the most
Mhm.
perfect example for human, like for everyone. He says that he hasn't like. That's why Allah chose him to be the last prophet because he is the greatest example for mankind.
So what do you want to
And
say to me?
I just want to say, can you like just prove that, like prove to my friend? I want because I was telling about you, that that you expose Islam and all the false educations that Islam has. Can you just prove and show where Muhammad committed sin? He had multiple wives, and he used to repent. I think like 50 or 70 times a day.
You used to what?
He used to repent.
Repent 50 times a day.
Yeah,
Well,
is that true?
Muhammad, he do not need to repent anyway, but I will answer you, no problem. Anything
Thank you.
else?
And also, um, Aisha, he, I told her that, why would Muhammad marry a 9-year old? I'm sorry, marry her at the age of 6 and have sex with a 9-year old when he could have adopted her. And she said, "Oh no, back then it was okay to marry a child."
Okay, all right, my friend. I will answer you. Thank you for calling.
Thank you for answering.
First of all, the Quran confirmed that Muhammad is a person who have a license to sin, open license to sin. And this is a license only Muhammad, not to anyone else. In chapter 48, verse number 2, it says, ليغفر لك الله ما تقدم من ذنبك وما تأخر. Translation. The Muslims here, they try to cover the issue, so they say that Allah may forgive thee the fault of the past and the follow. We change the translator and you will see right away the translation change, because Muslims always, as we said, they lie in order to cover what the Quran is saying. That's why we cannot take really a Muslim translation seriously. Look here, we just changed the translator and all of them, they are Muslims. Suddenly it's not fault, it's a sin. Because fault, by the way, you do not need God to forgive you for your fault. Fault is something you did not do intentionally, and the Quran says that clearly, that if you do that, if you do something not intentionally, it's not a sin. It's not. As an example, if I'm driving my car and I hit a man and the man die, this is not intention. This is not my intention is to go in the highway to go to work or home. So I kill the man. It's not a sin. The man, he die, yes, but it's, I don't want to kill him, so I'm not a criminal here. So the Quran does not speak about Muhammad committing fault, for fault is not to be committed, and there is no need for forgiveness. The Quran says in Arabic clearly, ليغفر لك الله ما تقدم من ذنبك وما تأخر. The word ذنب, as we see in the front of us, is what Allah will forgive him. And ذنب mean sin. That's why it says forgive. But here you will notice Muhammad, he fabricated this verse and giving him a license, giving himself a license, that he is a person who have forgiveness for sin which is in the past and even which is in the future to come. However, that will be a contradiction with different verse in the Quran where Allah says to Muhammad, ask Allah for forgiveness, which mean he is a sinner, but how you say to him in one verse, I forgive you for the past and the sin to come, and then you say to him in different verse, ask for forgiveness. the Quran, you know, uh, is a kind of is a book of let us say um, it's a mixed up book, and the more you read about it, the more you know, the more you see that Islam is really funny and stupid. In the chapter of Muhammad, the chapter number 47, it says, "So now, O Muhammad, that there is no Allah save Allah." The translation is funny. It doesn't say no Allah save Allah. It says there's no God but Allah. I mean, the Muslims are funny, really. "And ask forgiveness for the sin," which means your sin, "and for the believing men and women sin." So Muhammad, Allah saying to him, ask for forgiveness for yourself and for them. واستغفر لذنبك وللمؤمنين والمؤمنات. How in the other verse he says to him, I forgive the sin in the past to you, Muhammad, and the sin to come, and then he's asking here, saying to him, ask for the forgiveness of the sin you have now. I mean, you forgive him already for the past and the coming sin, so why he need to ask? So the Quran is a collection of stupid stories, and you know, there's no point of it. Now about Muhammad repenting for 50 times or 60 times, I will save you the time. I will show you something even more stupid. Why Muhammad is going to go to heaven? Is that because he asked Allah for forgiveness? Is that because Allah forgive him? Is that because of his good deeds? Is that because he is a prophet? Read carefully with me. Muhammad says, there is none amongst you whose deed alone would attain salvation. And actually, if you read in Arabic, it doesn't say alone. The word alone is a false translation. It says who his deed. ليس أحد منكم ينجي عمله. So there is no alone. In the translation, they add the word alone. This is, let us make a line. This is the sentence. ليس أحد منكم ينجيه عمله. Translation, they added the word alone, which is a lie. So here there is no alone. All right. There's none amongst you who his deed would attain salvation for him. So the deed will never attain salvation to any Muslim. Now, one of the deeds is to ask Allah for forgiveness. This is deeds. When you commit sin, then because you ask for forgiveness, you did the good deed of asking for forgiveness, Allah forgive you. But just Muhammad said that you ask Allah for forgiveness, you don't ask him for forgiveness. This is not what attain you to salvation. But why in the other verse we showed you in the Quran, Allah saying to him, ask for your forgiveness and the forgiveness of believers. And then the companion, they said to Muhammad, not even you, which means Muhammad, not even you. The Prophet said, not even I, but Allah warps me in mercy and he grant me burden. So deeds in Islam is a big fat lie. None of the deeds Muslims they do. Prayer is a deed. Hajj is a deed. Kissing the black stone is a deed. Making donation to build a mosque is a deed. But none of your salvation have to do with the deeds. So why Allah is asking you for deeds? Hello?
Christian Prince.
Yes.
I already text you about sorry, I'm a Christian, but
I have a friend to tell that if the can you go to the story of Waraka and Khadijah?
Okay, what about it?
And then if there is a sentences like Waraka didn't finish yet about the his writing.
I understand what?
So when Waraka died,
Yeah,
he has now finished yet, right?
yeah.
So what the source Muhammad took gospel and Torah.
All right, I would answer, my friend. That's all.
Okay, thank
All right.
yeah, that's all.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you a lot.
This is the hadith in front of us, Sahih al-Bukhari, and we show the reference so people will not say we are making things up. Hadith number 6982, book number 91, according to the reference. You will see here that the first one who introduced Muhammad to God is Waraqa. The first one who said to Muhammad, "You are a prophet," is Waraqa. The first one who was able to understand what the angel said to Muhammad is Waraqa. Waraqa is the founder of Islam, not Muhammad. You will see here that when Muhammad he went to the cave and the angel came and he squeezed him 3 times. We go from the beginning of the story because the story is really funny and proving to us Muhammad to be a false prophet. So the prophet he used to go to the cave, and one day when he was there, the angel came to him and asked him to read. The prophets replied, "I do not know how to read." The prophet added, and now the prophet is telling the story to Waraqa, or to Khadijah, sorry. The prophet added, "The angel cut me forcefully, he squeezed him so hard, and pressed me so hard, and I could not bear it anymore," which means the guy almost died. Then he released me, and he said to me, "Read." I replied, "I do not know how to read." Whereupon the angel cut me again, and he pressed me, squeezed me again, until I could not bear it no more. And then he released me, and he asked me to read. And I replied again, "I do not know how to read." Here the story is proving to us that Muhammad from the beginning is a false prophet and Allah does not exist. Why? If Allah do not know that Muhammad do not know how to read, that means Allah is a false God. If Allah knows that Muhammad know not how to read, which means he knew that this guy cannot read, and he said to him, "Read," that means Allah is stupid. If Allah saying to Muhammad, "Read," and he knew that Muhammad he do not know how to read, the only solution for this that Allah was making a miracle, like Jesus said to the blind man, "See," so he saw. Otherwise, what the point of saying to him, "See," and the guy is blind? Jesus, when he said to the one who cannot walk, "Carry your bed and run," he said to the guy first that he forgive his sin. The Jews, they were wondering like how the Messiah can forgive sin, who he think he is. So the Messiah, he said to them, "What is easier for you to say? For me to say, your sin is forgiven, or to say to him, carry your bed and run and walk?" And the guy who cannot walk all his life, he walked. Here we notice that Allah, he said to Muhammad 3 times, "Read." And remember, the read here is an order from Allah. The angel is just saying what Allah said. This is not the word of Allah. This is why this verse exists in the Quran. Remember, the Qurans, the Muslims agree that everything in the Quran is Allah saying things. So the one is talking here is Allah, but the one is delivering the order is the angel. So if Allah said to Muhammad, "Read 3 times," and the Muslims they claim that Muhammad cannot read, and the story in front of us confirmed that Muhammad supposedly cannot read. What kind of God he said to a man, "Read," he cannot read? Trust me, the true God, even if he said to a donkey, "Read," the donkey will be able to read in all languages. So from the beginning, the story is stupid. Then 3 times repeating the same Question, 3 times he's squeezing him, which is very funny. Why you are squeezing a guy? He just told you, I cannot read. What the point of the squeezing? Squeezing first time, second time, third time. To do what? What the angel accomplished from squeezing Muhammad 3 times? Muhammad don't understand. The angel was not able to convince him to read, and he was not able to read. So what the point of this? Stupid. Then the story continue. Thereupon he cut me again, third time, 3 times, Trinity. Islam established by the number 3. Muhammad was activated by 3 squeezing, not by 1 squeezing. And here we have a question. Why Islam is stuck with the Trinity when Islam rejected Trinity? Why the angel cannot say to him, read once? Muhammad, when he enter a place, he say Assalamu alaikum 3 times. Muhammad, he pray, he repeat the dua 3 times. Muhammad, he take an oath, he repeat the oath 3 times. Muhammad, he says Adam won the debate, he repeat the same word, won the debate 3 times. Muhammad, he want to go to the bathroom, he have to shake his penis 3 times. Muhammad, he want to use stones to clean his ass, he have to use three rocks. Muhammad, he want to do ablution, he have to wash his hand 3 times, his face 3 times, his nose, blah 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 3 times, everything is 3 times. A woman, she is divorced from her husband. If he divorced her 3 times, that's final. You take an oath in Islam, you have to say it 3 times. I mean, what is left? The whole cult is based on 3 times, yet they are anti-Trinity. Then we continue here. After what this happened, the angel, he told him, read, and he continued, read in the name of your Lord who created you, etc., and exist, blah 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 blah. Then you will see from the beginning he confirmed that he created you from a clot, a congealed dead blood, which is a stupid mistake, repeated again in the Hadith in the Quran. And this is chapter 96, verse number 15. And here you notice the Muslim, they keep saying to us that the Quran never been changed, but the first verse was given to Muhammad. Today in the Quran today is a chapter 96. That's mean there's no way. Don't call me Abdul Qadir, don't call me. Don't make me block you as before. I give you time, that's it. Chapter 96 is the first verse in the Quran. First chapter, but not today. Today it is in chapter 96. Who is the one allowed anyone to change the location? If Allah gave it to Muhammad as first, it should stay as first. So this is a clear evidence that the Quran is not what Muhammad he have at his time, at least. Then we will find something. Don't call me Abdul Qadir, I will block you. I will block you. Remember, I blocked you before. Don't do that. Don't be a kid. The squeezing story is stupid. Then Muhammad, he go to his wife and he said to her, and you will notice here, he returned with inspiration, which means whatever he heard from the angel. His neck muscles twitching with terror till he entered upon Khadijah and said, cover me, cover me. They covered him with fear was over, and then he said, oh Khadijah, what's wrong with me? You will notice here that the angel of Allah, when he entered to Muhammad, he did not say to him Assalamu alaikum. And here we ask ourselves a very simple question. Why in this stage Muhammad, God did not say Assalamu alaikum? Because Assalamu alaikum, it is something Muhammad he start learning from the Jews when he lived between the Jews. We don't see Assalamu alaikum. If you go to Jerusalem, you will see the Jews saying Salam alaikum, literally. This is a greeting of the Jews. When the angel came to Mary in the Bible, the angel said to Mary, Shalom unto you, Mary. So the story here have no Salam alaikum, because Muhammad at this stage he is not living between the Jews. He did not learn it yet. And then when he told his wife, what's wrong with me? And you will notice the description that his neck musculars is twitching. It's called a seizure. People who have certain kind of illness. What they call it in English? Tipsy. What they call it in English? Somebody remind me what the name. I forgot the name really. It's like, you know, people, they have a seizure and they fell down on the ground, and their muscles shrink, their neck muscles specifically shrink so hard, and they get hurt and they start shaking, and they feel like as if they are dying. Epilepsy, epilepsy. Thank you. That's exactly what Muhammad is suffering from. This guy have a mental issue, and this is based on the description of the Muslim himself and Muhammad himself. And you will notice here Muhammad saying to Khadija, what's wrong with me? Why an angel of God, he visited a man and he told him, I have a message from your Lord. Why he is terrified and why this is happening. And look what happened. Then he told her everything that happened to him and said, I fear something may happen to me. So Muhammad here, he feel that he's going crazy. Khadija said, never, but had the glad tidings. Khadija was sure, Muhammad is not sure. Look at this. Khadija, who did not see the angel, she said to him, oh, this is good news. How? She should be worried about her husband. The guy is shaking, going crazy. And she said, no, this is good news. Okay. Then, by Allah, Allah will never disgrace you. Here we notice that Khadija wife is swearing by Allah. Why Khadija wife swearing by Allah? The Muslim, they say that Khadija was a Nasara, and Nasara, according to them, is a Christians. In order for Muhammad to marry Khadija, if she is Nasara, he have to be Nasara too. Nasara for me is nothing but a Christian cult. It is not. It's like Jehovah's Witnesses. It's not really Christian. They are cult. You know, like they believe in Jesus, etc., but in their own wrong way. So here we notice that Khadija, who is Nasara, she told him, come with me. Khadija then accompanied him to her cousin. He is not really her cousin. He is, let us say, yeah, like the son of not direct uncle to her. Waraq ibn Nawfal, Ibn Asad, Ibn Abdul Uzza, Ibn Qusay. Waraqa was the son of her paternal uncle, i.e. her father brother, who during the pre-Islamic period become a Nasara, not a Christian. You see, they say here the word Christian, Nasara. The whole Quran never mentioned the word Christian. They mentioned the word Nasara. And used to write the Arabic writing, and used to write the gospel in Arabic. That is the Quran. And by the way, here we have many problems based on this hadith. If Waraqa was writing the gospel in Arabic, that means there was a gospel which is non-Arabic, and there's a gospel which in Arabic. You know what I mean? So where is the gospel which was not Arabic, and where is the gospel which is Arabic now? How the Muslim, they say that the Christians or the Nasara, they corrupted their book, and Waraq ibn Nawfal is the decent man who made Muhammad a prophet. And by the way, Muhammad, he claimed that Waraqa will be in heaven. So at least at this point, Muhammad, he have a book, which is the book of, it's called the Bible, which is not corrupt. He have two copy of it. He have one in the language which is translating from, and most likely it's Aramaic, and he have the copy which is the gospel in Arabic. Now for me, and this is my own opinion, if you read my book, I have reference proving that Waraqa must be the real father of Muhammad. This is why anytime anything happened to Muhammad, you find him with Waraqa. So to make it simple, when Waraqah died, read with me carefully. It says here, after a few days, Waraqah died, and the divine inspiration has also paused for a while. Why Waraqah died? Allah stopped sending messages. I mean, it doesn't make sense. Who is Waraqah? So Muhammad becomes so sad, and we have heard that he intended several times to throw himself from the top of the high mountains. So Muhammad, because of this, there's two things happen which is destroying his life. Waraqah died, and now there's no Quran. Obviously Muhammad, he get his Quran from Waraqah. And obviously Muhammad here was suffering badly, because what he would say to the people, I need Quran. The guy who gave me Quran is gone. And every time he went to the top of the mountain in order to throw himself down, Jibreel would appear before him and say, "Oh Muhammad, you are indeed Allah messenger." In truth, whereupon his heart would become quiet, and he would calm down and return home. And whenever the period of the coming of the inspiration used to become long, he would do the same, which means he tried to commit suicide. And here we have to question the stability of the brain of Muhammad. Why each time the inspiration stop or pause, the guy tried to commit suicide? You must be crazy. Why? So what? I'm a prophet of God. I should be wise. God, he sent his message when he wish, as he wish. So why, if he stopped messages, I'm going to go to the top of the mountain and kill myself? And why the angel, he have to repeat the same story? He come to him, he says, "You are a prophet, man. Believe me, you are a prophet. Don't do that." That's mean Muhammad, he himself, he don't believe he's a prophet. You know what I mean? In order to do such a thing, that's mean I have to be suffering from mental illness. The angel came to me first time and he said to me, "Don't do that, you're a prophet." So he confirmed it to me. That's it. Okay, so why I do it again and again and again? It's like a child. Each time he needs some candies, he go to the top of the mountain, he said to mommy, "If you don't give me candies, I'm going to throw myself." How this guy can be a prophet of God? So all the story of Muhammad is nothing but a fiction, and obviously Muhammad is suffering from mental illness. Actually, all stories all over the Quran and the Hadith proving that Muhammad is crazy. In the Quran, Muhammad was accused to be crazy 6 times, as I remember. Hello?
Hello, brother. Sorry, I'm so sorry for stopping you, but I have a question there. If the Waraka writing the Gospels,
Sorry?
the Gospels say, sorry for stopping you.
Okay.
So, the Hadith say Waraka died, and then he stopped writing the Gospel, right?
Hmm.
If he wrote the Gospel says Jesus died. Why in Quran we can find Jesus not die?
Hmm. Okay. Well, this is why, my friend, as I said, this guy is Nasara. He is not a Christian. For the Nasara, he did not die. The Nasara, they believe that the Messiah, he was because he is son of God, there's no way God, his father, will make him being tortured. So what they believe, that God, he replaced the Messiah on the cross and he made someone look like him, and this is exactly what the Quran is saying.
So Muhammad took from the Nasara.
Yes, Muhammad, he never met Christians. Muhammad, he have Nasara around him only.
Oh.
There's no Christian around him. He have Nasara. That's why the whole Quran never mentioned anything except Nasara. There's the people of the book in Islam is two, Nasara and Jews. So Nasara is the one he think they are the true Christians, and
Yeah.
the Jews, he called them Yahud, which is a wrong name. Right? And then
So,
there is very like after that, let us say there is like anything have to do with God and prophets. Muhammad obviously is copying from others, but there is a chapters in the Quran is written by Muhammad. This is why they sound very stupid. You see, when if you buy my book, you know, any of my books, and you learn, you know, you read my translation, or let us say that my writing in English, and then you buy Shakespeare, you will notice right away the difference, right, and how strong the language in Shakespeare book, and there is no way to compare my English to Shakespeare, correct?
yeah.
So if you are an Arab person, right away you will notice that the one who wrote the Quran, there's some chapters they have a good Arabic, and there's a chapters have a very horrible Arabic. It cannot be by the same writer. It's obvious. So I believe that those who they have a good Arabic is what Waraqa he wrote, and the one who have a wrong language is what Muhammad he made, and those are usually the one is speaking about any woman she want to give her private part to Muhammad to sleep with him. Muhammad have fight with his wife. They are silly. They are stupid. So the Quran is divided to what is written by someone who have a good Arabic and someone who have very silly. He have a flight of thoughts. He have suffering from mental illness. He is stupid in the organizing the ideas. His language is bad, his Arabic is bad, and you know, we have tons of stories. As an example, if you know the story, you know the story where Muhammad is said Allah is the best of the creators. You remember the story?
Yeah.
Okay, the story here is what the guy, there's a guy, he is an inscribed, he's a Christian. He was working for Muhammad, and some they say he is not a Christian. He is the cousin of Uthman. Anyway, so the guy he was writing for Muhammad Quran. Muhammad was telling him Quran, and then the guy he said, Subhanallah, khairul khaliqeen. You know, Allah is the best of the creators. Muhammad he said, write it there.
Yeah.
You know, Tabarakallah ahsanul khaliqeen. So the guy he said, but this is what I said. He said, yes, it came to me the same. But he just said that, you know. Muhammad he like it. He told him add it there. He like it. So the guy here he decided to leave Islam, and this is what the Muslim says in their books. He went and he said to himself, well, if Muhammad is a prophet, I am a prophet too, because I am the one who said that first. So how does it become Quran? So he discovered that he's a scam. So he ran away and he escaped, and then he wanted to kill him, and etc. And you know, he hid in the house of Uthman. Long story. So obviously Muhammad he made Quran by his own, and he take from people a sentence. As you remember, Umar he said, my God agree with me in 3. Some stories they say Allah agree with Umar in 10. Some they say 7. Whatever it is, you will notice that Muhammad Umar he says something. Muhammad he take it and he put it as it is in the Quran. So we cannot say the Quran is made only from Waraqa, but we can say the major information is coming from Waraqa, and then after that Muhammad he have no choice but to make his own Quran, and he start collecting ideas from people around him. Like as an example, the Kaaba, to pray to the Kaaba, who is the one who came with this verse? Umar. The hijab, the chapter of the hijab, who is the one who said that? Umar. You know, so like many things, the verse about Allah threatened the wives of Muhammad to behave, otherwise he will divorce them and replace them by different women. This is from Umar. So Umar he says something, Muhammad he take it and he put it in the Quran. And this is the same for anything. There's tons, like a story of Alexander the Great. This is not from
Yeah.
Muhammad. This is a legend written by a guy from Syria, and he made a book. It's called the Book of the Two Horn, and
Yeah.
he recorded Alexander the Great by the person of the two horn. That's why the Quran mentioned the man of the two horn. Now, if you ask yourself how Muhammad, he claimed that God is speaking, and then he called a guy, the guy with the two horn. Shouldn't we know his name? Who is this guy, that guy with two horn? Since when we call a person by a horn?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The
Yeah.
reason for
Yeah.
that, Muhammad is copying a legend, copying a story, fiction story. And in the story, it called him the man with the two horn. So in chapter 18, verse number 83, it says, and they are asking you about Dhul Qarnayn, the man with the two horn. Say, I will tell you a story, and then he starts telling the story, which is very stupid story, that the guy who went and he found the sun sitting in murky water, blah 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 blah. Here, this Quran, the story is from the guy from Syria who wrote this story about a real person who is Alexander the Great. Like now today, many people write stories about someone is real,
Mm.
but the story itself is fiction, full of fiction. So Muhammad, he took the story, but he wrote it again in his own way in the Quran. So this is the chapter in front of us. This is Muhammad talking.
Yeah.
This is not Waraqa.
So I have one question
Hmm.
about the Azhar. So when Quran mentioned about the Gospel and Torah,
Okay.
he mentioned about the false story. So it's like there is no Abraham there. It's like just being Abraham and Ibrahim. So where the Muhammad took that?
As I said, everything Muhammad he have is taken from people around him, and for sure, the story about Abraham have two sources here. Have the Nasara, because they believe in Abraham, and the Jews. Same as
And
Moses, same as Mary, same as Isa. And here, this is why, we see the name is Isa is coming, because he took it obviously from the book of the Nasara, but he could not read it. If you remember in the Quran did not call the gospel by a Hebrew name. He used the Injil, and the Injil is a Greek word, right? Now here we need to ask
yeah,
ourselves, why Muhammad he said that Allah he sent down the Injil. The Muslim, they say to us that Jesus was sent only to the Jews. Okay, how he is sent to
yeah,
the Jews, but yet Allah he is using a Greek name? Allah is using a wrong name.
no,
You know what I mean? The Injil is a correct name actually, but this is a Greek name. So how Allah he used the Greek name?
yeah. I understand about that.
This is against the teaching of Islam, because if Jesus is a prophet was sent to the Jews, imagine, I am a prophet to the Jews and the name of my book in Japanese. That doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Well, I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
why is that? This book is for the Jews, not for the Greek. So he
yeah,
is copying the Greek because this is the only name he knew. He did not learn something else. So he have to put the
mm,
word as he have it in the translation from Waraqa. You know what I mean?
mm,
So
yeah, yeah,
the translation from Waraqa, he use it. It says Injil, and the same as Azar in the book of Waraqa. It says Azar. So Muhammad do not know what Azar. He put it there Azar. And actually, me myself, I believe Muhammad he knew how to write, how to read.
yeah.
What
I know about that.
what the story when he said in Arabic, he said Ma ana biqari, he was saying what I should read, which is very normal. But the Muslims, they are stubborn. They say they do not know how to read. Why? Because the Quran says that Muhammad was illiterate, but the Quran doesn't say Muhammad is illiterate about writing or reading.
But about the book.
About not having a God, the true God. If you don't have a true God, then you are illiterate. Even the Quran says that. I mean, Muslims are really very naive.
So Christopher, about the illiterate, what chapter?
What is what?
About the illiterate. You
Yeah,
told about
illiterate.
the
And if you go to chapter 2, verse number 78, as an example, you will see the Quran telling us exactly what is the illiterate. And among them is illiterate folk who know the scriptures not, except heresy. Okay, so as they think. So who is the illiterate? Is the one who do not know the book. Anyone who don't have a book is illiterate. And the Christian and the Jews are not the. You see, the Quran did not say nowhere that the Christians is illiterate. Always is called people of the book. If you read this chapter, example, chapter 3, verse number 20, you will see it says the following: if they argue with you, Muhammad, say, have surrendered my purpose to Allah. So have those who follow me, and those who have received the scriptures, and those who read not. Do you see it?
Yeah.
This is in Arabic is illiterate. Read not is so those who receive the scriptures and those who read not. Read not what? Scriptures. So the Quran, divide the people to two kind of people: the one who is illiterate, and the one illiterate about God, don't have a book, and the one who have a book. And this is what the verse in front of us saying clearly. But when you speak to the Muslims, they are stubborn. It says in front of us, it says they are those who they have a book and those who they are unlearned. And this is coming from the Jewish style of teaching. The Jewish believe we know that the Jews we believe in something, or they say Gentile, right?
Yeah.
This is exactly what illiterate mean, and learned. So there's those who knows God and those the ignorant who do not know God. As simple as that. This is not about writing and reading.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, my
So
friend?
it's like the same story with if the Muhammad cannot read and then cannot write, when Muhammad died, he just told his friends to taking material writings.
Right. No, obviously Muhammad, he know how to write, how to read. This is, but I mean, as I said, when I debate with Muslims, I debate him with what they believe in, not what I believe in. I believe Muhammad knows how to write, but as long they decide to be stubborn and to say no, okay, go with you. That will make it even easier for us to get him busted.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much, my friend, for calling. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Take care. Take care. All right. We will not take more calls. No more. We are done for now. As you see, whatever we go in this book, this book is stupid and doesn't make sense. Scientifically wrong, historically wrong, grammatically wrong, Arabic wrong, pronunciation wrong. Once he say Jibril, once he say Gabriel, once he say Ibrahim, once he say Abraham. I mean, one he say his name is Muhammad, one he say his name is Ahmad, one he say his name is Mustafa. Muhammad, the Quran is messed up book. If you ask any Muslim what Musas mean, the Quran says Musas. What Musas mean? They do not know. Okay. What Israel mean? They don't know. Who's Israel? They don't know. What Isa mean? They don't know. What Abraham mean? They don't know. Okay, what Jibril mean? They don't know. What Allah mean? They don't know. So what do you know? Because all the cult of Islam is a theft. All of it. It's a collection. It's like somebody, he went to a museum, and this museum he have items from many centuries, from many nations, collection of items from the Roman, from the Persian, from the Jews, from the Japanese, from the Chinese. So he go inside the museum, and then he tried to make it that this is all belong to him, but it doesn't match. You know what I mean? And then Muhammad, suddenly he is a doctor. He knew how the baby is made. Muhammad, he knew about astronomy. Muhammad, he knew about how the earth is made, how the mountains is made. I mean, suddenly this guy, he knows everything. And the funny, which I found it very funny about Muhammad, which I'm happy that he do that. He volunteer to be stupid, which make it a lot easier for us to get him busted, because I'm really so happy that Muhammad, he is not the person who was so quiet. This guy, he talk a lot, and the more he talk, the more he do poo-poo. As an example, the Quran says that Zulqarnain, the man with the two horn, he found the sun sitting in the murky water. The Muslim, they try to fabricate and they say, oh no, no, this is Alexander the Great. He thought the sun looked like it is sitting in the murky water. He thought. Then Muhammad, he talk, and Muhammad, when he talk, he get the Abdul busted. So the Abdul, they spend a lot of money making videos to defend this issue, but then Muhammad, he cannot stop doing poo-poo. Look what he said. I was sitting behind Allah Messenger, SAWS, this is like a PhD, you know, from Allah, who was riding a donkey while the sun was setting. He said, do you know where this set? Talking about the sun. I replied, Allah and his apostle knows best. Here we go. The Muslim, they associate the knowledge of their God with the knowledge of Muhammad. He said, it's set in a spring of warm water. Now, how we can, if we are Muslims, defend Muhammad now? Here we go. Muhammad explained the verse, and he said the sun set in a murky water. How a Muslim can say, so they will say to you, oh, I reject this hadith, I don't like it. No, this is bad. This is the only way. The same as this is why today we said we don't accept hadith. But do you accept Quran? Quran confirmed this, which is the Quran says that he found it sitting in murky water, and he found next to it people who live there. We have a guy there, he's calling me liar. I don't know, my friend, why you don't call me and get me busted? You see, I will give you an exception. If you are a man enough, who you call me liar, if you are a man enough, and your sperm coming from your backbone, as your prophet described, call me and be a man. What do you think, guys? Do this guy, even my voice is gone, and really my voice is tired, you can tell. do you think you have the courage to call me? Are you the Nigerian boy who claimed that he knows how to write, how to read, and we get him busted? Are you that one? You know, I love African people, but I noticed that the Nigerian Muslims are the most corrupt, hypocrite Muslims ever. Until now, I did not receive a call from a Nigerian Muslim. He don't lie from the A to the Z. The first thing a Nigerian Muslim, he will say to you when he call you, I don't accept this hadith. I don't believe in the hadith. But they believe in the hadith. They are Sunni. They are Sunni. They believe in the hadith. To avoid the spanking because of the hadith, they say we don't believe. Taqiyya. And then they start fabricating meaning, and then we say, okay, can we show you the interpretation for the verse? They don't want the interpretation. So they don't want the hadith, they don't want the interpretation of the scholars, they don't agree with any scholar. It's just to protect Islam. But by doing that, they got themselves busted. What is left of Islam if you don't do that? If you don't accept the hadith, that means you reject your prophet teaching. If you make your own interpretation for the Quran, that means you are refusing all the interpretation, even by Muhammad himself, and you claim that you know better. Do we have any Abdul? Only Abdul. We gave enough time to the Christians to call if there's a Muslim wanna call us, Abdul, except the guy who is 17 years old kid. Anyone? If you are a Muslim and you want to leave Islam, you can send me a message, as many of you do always. Actually, a good group of Christians here, they created a group to speak to those who like to speak in that group. So I receive messages, and if I ask the person, do you like me to make you join this group to teach you the Bible, etc.? If you like, you know, he go there. So if you are a Muslim, you like to call me. If you are shy or let's say afraid to speak in public to say I'm leaving Islam, I understand, you can text me, and I will not mention anything about you. Anyone? And you know, I'm really happy that the Lord blessed us with too many Muslims who left Islam in the last few months. I don't know. I don't know. I can't even remember how many. Too many. So I'm really happy that in the year 2018 it was very fruitful. The tree of teaching was doing great, and a lot of Muslims leaving Islam. And I pray, actually, we are doing good already. We are just 15 days in 2019, and we have many people left Islam right on air in this program. You can watch them in the previous videos. So we are doing good. Actually, we are doing great, but it's going to be greater if all of us we copy those videos and share them everywhere, and people watch them, and people leave Islam. Not everyone leave Islam is going to call. Many they leave. I mean, those videos are really scary. There's no way a human being, you see, at the end of the day, a Muslim is a person like us, and there's many of them. They are good people. They have dignity. They have honesty. Not everyone is like this guy from Nigeria who called me, who tried to lie every 2 seconds. There's many of the Muslims, they are coming from good families. They have good dignity. They have honesty. They will not accept to lie to themselves, because when you lie, you're not lying to me, you're lying to yourself. What's the point? When you say to me, the Quran doesn't say the sun set in murky water, but you know the Quran saying that, it's in front of your eyes. That's mean you're lying to yourself. Okay, lie to yourself. Are you hurting me by doing that? No, actually, you are hurting Islam. Any Muslim who watch you saying to me the Quran doesn't say that, inside him he will say, here we go, we are Muslims, we are a bunch of liars. So even when you lie to defend Islam, you are helping me to make more people leave Islam. Even when the Muslim they make false miracles about the Quran, actually the false miracle of the Quran, the science miracle, it's making now many people leave Islam. Because if this religion is a good religion, why in the world I need to fabricate lies to make the Quran fit with science? Which means you make Islam more ugly now. You see, me as a Christian, if a scientist he come to me and he says the Bible says something against science, as an example, Mary she gave birth to Jesus, shall I fabricate a story and says the Bible doesn't say that? Or I say yes, I believe in that? No, I say I believe in that. It's against science. It is a billion times against science. A Muslim, he don't do that. He's a coward. So in order to avoid what is written in his books, he fabricated stories. He changed the meaning of the words. He gave false translation to make it fit with science. We Christians, we will never do that, because either you are a believer or you are a liar. Why you want to change the meaning of your book, and why you are ashamed of your book? That means you're not a believer. Islam is dead already. And the biggest sign of the death of Islam is them saying I don't accept the Hadith, or I don't accept the Quran, or I don't accept the tafsir. So what do you accept? I don't care if science agree that women she can give birth or not, because we believe this is a miracle. This is above nature. This is why it's not normal. Who said that this is normal? Nobody. But we believe in miracles. This is not science. This is totally 1 billion times against science. I am not ashamed of my book, and I will never lie about my book. And my book is not a book of science. Never was and never will be, because it's not meant to teach me about science. It's meant to teach me about God. When God he speak to me about how created the heaven and the earth in the book of Genesis, do you think really God he really taught us everything about how we imagine if God wanna just write, he will give us a book about how the mosquito is made, is going to take maybe 20 books, just a mosquito alone. An eye doctor, to be special in eye, he studied hundreds of books to be professional, to be called an eye doctor, just for the eye, not the whole human being. So if God want to explain to us how and what he created, how many million books he need to give us? Imagine how great this word is. The earth, all of it, is not even a dust compared to the galaxies around us. So the book was not meant to be a book of science. But because the Muslims are bankrupt and they notice their weakness, and because they are following satanic religion, which is allowed in them to lie, it's legal, it is lawful in Islam to lie, to promote your cult. This is why you will see Muslims have no hesitation for a second to lie in order to make you convert to Islam, because for them Muhammad he justify lying because supposedly your intention is good. Yes, you are lying, but your intention is good. Muhammad he said you can lie in 3 cases: to your family, your friends, and to your enemy. Who's left? And how he justified the lying? It's your good intention, but there's no good intention in lying. Lie is a lie. And the Muslim, they say to you, okay, what if your wife she asks you if she is pretty or not? What you will say to her? You will say to her she is ugly. Well, if she is ugly, why you marry her? Because you are a liar. Maybe you married her like Khadija. Muhammad he married a woman, she is in the age of his mother because she is rich. So if Khadija she asked Muhammad, am I pretty? Muhammad he says, sure, you're so pretty. I love your money. Look at your bracelet in your hands. Right? And you notice here the huge difference between teaching of Muhammad and teaching of Christ. Christ, he said, even you don't take an oath, you don't even swear. Either you say nay, nay, or yea, yea. That's it. Muhammad, you can take an oath, you can swear falsely, you can lie as much as you want, and all is justified as long you have the intention. What is your intention? To defend Islam, you can lie. This is what they call taqiyya. Taqiyya. So how in the world we can believe Muhammad is a prophet? Stupid teaching, false teaching, crazy teaching. The sun set in a spring of murky water. I mean, what we can say? Do we have any Muslim? A Muslim saying to us, he is look, this is a Muslim praying to us. He said, I hope you will catch herpes. My friend, the one who catch herpes is the wives of Muhammad, and we can prove it easy. Why the wives of Muhammad they have a yellow water, and you have yellowish water blood coming from their vagina? They won't show you. You are saying you're talking about you are praying. Look, even their prayer is evil. Look at their prayer. He don't say, may the Lord of the guide you know. I pray that you will get herpes. Read with me carefully. One of the wives of Allah apostle joined him in itikaf, and she noticed blood and yellowish discharge from her vagina. Mr. Herabis, as long you are a specialist and look like you have experience with it, can you explain to me why the wife of your prophet she have a yellowish leak? Can you explain to us what is that? What is the disease exactly her prophet is suffering from? She is sleeping with who? She is sleeping with Muhammad. Sleeping with Muhammad. Is this Christian Prince the liar? Like this guy, he called himself a Christian killer. Christian killer. You wanna kill me, my friend? Let me call you. Christian killer. Answer, coward killer. Look like you're a potato. I thought you are a man, it turned to be a goat. And you call yourself Christian killer? Get lost. Let your mom call me. I want the man of the house to speak to me. And here, actually, you notice how savage the ones around Muhammad. I mean, why in the world this is published in the internet, and why it's published by books, and why it's published by the house of Muhammad? Why the wives of Muhammad going around and say what happened in their between their legs? I mean, what is the business of anyone to know what happened to the vagina of this woman? Somebody called CNN and informed CNN that Michelle Obama, she have a yellowish discharge. Assalamu alaikum. We need to inform you that one of the wives of the prophet, her name is Michelle, she have a yellowish discharge. And now the news agencies will spread. At the time of Muhammad, there's many, after 300 years, there's many agencies open. There's the agency, it's called Agency of Sahih Bukhari, agencies of At-Tirmidhi, agencies of Sahih Muslim. I mean, many of them. So now the whole news agency starts spreading. We, the wife of the prophet, she have a yellowish discharge. Why we need to do that? What we learn from this, except that Muhammad obviously is suffering from sexual disease. I don't support anyone, my friend. I support my Lord. Trump, for me, I vote for Trump because he's better than the rest. Because he hire Christian judges. That's for me is a victory. Now, the Supreme Court is not controlled by the liberals. That alone is a victory. The rest, Trump is, is the same as the rest in many things. Guys, Aramaic Prince, I don't want to see I piss on Allah. Don't say that, otherwise I will block you. Speak as mature, or I will block you. Anyone he say I want to piss on Allah, I want to piss on Muhammad, we will block you. Don't speak silly, speak as mature person, because saying that will not make you look better. And we are debating religion here. We are not here to insult and call names. When I say this is stupid, I mean it's stupid. But there's no need to say I piss on Allah. And what does that mean? So anyone will use a bad language in the text, please admin block him. We give you time out, first time warning, and the admin will explain to you why. Second time you do it, we block you. We don't want to see such a silly language in the text. We are not Muslims. Thank you. Do we have any Muslim would like to call us? Any beautiful Muslim or handsome Muslim want to call us? This is the only religion allow Muslim men to take hair from their faces, forbid Muslim women from taking hair from their faces. So we have to switch handsome and beautiful. In Islam, when you speak to women, you have to say handsome women and beautiful man, pretty man. I never heard of such a religion, man. The woman, she cannot take hair from her face, and if she do so, Allah, he curse her. I mean, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with this guy, Muhammad? He like to have a woman, she have a beard. Anyone? All right, I think we have done enough for today. I hope you guys you have a good time. I open like this late for me now. It's 3:34 a.m. in the morning, and I will go back to work in my book. And after I feel like I am out of battery, and then I will sleep if I can sleep. So I want to say thank you for being here. And if you like to learn more about Islam, feel free to read my books. And actually, I'm working right now in my book, Deception of Allah, translation to the Malay language, which is Indonesian and Malaysia, they can understand it, and almost ready. So I hope soon we will have it published and people they can have it. To find my books, you can always search in Amazon, whatever your country is, Germany, Amazon.de, France, Amazon France, USA, Amazon.com, depend. So search for Christian Prince, you will find the list of my books. And don't forget, please, for those who got my books, to write an honest review. Don't say it's fantastic unless it is fantastic. We are not Muslims. We don't fabricate. We should not lie. Say things as it is. Be truthful, be honest. Muslims, they write worst review for books they never even read just because it's written by Christian Prince. But those review doesn't hurt me. It's the opposite. Because if a Muslim he gave me a good review, that's mean my book is horrible. If the Muslims one day said to Christian Prince, God bless you, Christian Prince, you are a good guy, we like you, we love you, this means there is something really, really wrong, seriously wrong with the Christian Prince. As simple as that. Don't listen to me. Don't learn from me. And don't believe me if the Muslims like what I do. Because obviously that is a clear sign that I am a person who is not teaching the truth. The more they are upset from me, the more I am truthful. If they are happy, you know, this is how you scale it. I don't see another scale. You know, when a religion believe in evil, start praising you, obviously you are evil too. As simple as that. We cannot have different explanation. So I want to say thank you for being here. May the Lord bless you, and until we see you soon again. Christ is Lord and Islam is false. And see you.